beautiful people of the universe. So in today's video, I'm out on a hike. I just finished up Cocoa Head, which is over there, and now I'm hiking around Hanauma Bay, which when I get to better views, you'll be able to see some more. But it's a beautiful hike around Hanauma Bay in Oahu, which is actually a place you can go snorkeling. So today I wanted to talk about how to turn exercise into a sacred practice for meditation and healing, because I feel like we have ideas and philosophies around what makes a spiritual practice, when anything and everything can be a spiritual practice if you put your intention into it. And so I have my own meditation practice. I like to meditate in a still position and find stillness within life. But I also think it's really important to find meditation through physical movement and being outside in Mother Earth, because exercise, especially when done out in nature, can be a great way to ground, connect with the earth. Envision like every step you take is if you're absorbing the earth's energy, her mana, and you're bringing that into your body and you're filling your soul with energy. Rather than expending energy, you're gaining energy through exercise. And I think that's a misconception that we have around exercise, is that it's draining, uses up a lot of energy, it's tiring. Some people don't like it and they don't want to do it, but there's something about when you take your exercise outside, and even if you're inside doing your own exercise practice, you can fill yourself with energy. But there's something really special about when you take it out into nature, that it can become this rejuvenating, energizing, healing, transcendental experience. Especially like when you're out in the mountains, like the hike that I'm doing right now, it's a paved hike around the bay. It's still beautiful, it's quick, it's easy, I have access. But when you go out into nature and you're surrounded with just your thoughts and the energy of the land, there's something super sacred about that. I always say that I'm not really a religious person. I mean, I'm into spirituality, but I call the mountains my church, because I believe that the mountains are where you find God and where you connect with the universe, or just the nature is where you connect with the universe. And so I wanted to talk a little bit in this video quickly just about how we can use exercise, movement, as a way to connect with the universe and the land around us, and how it can be a medicine against depression, anxiety, stress levels, being able to combat and neutralize those negative emotions. For me, I've dealt with my own stress, my own mental disorders within life, and I know that exercise has been such a healing way to find peace within my mind. And I think we live in a society where we don't take advantage enough of the healing benefits of exercise. We all live very stagnant lives in offices, buildings, and we just don't move enough as human beings, which creates a depressed society, because our bodies are incredible machines that want to move and be active, and like we're just not utilizing them to the fullest potential. And I'm a big believer in trying to find balance, and sometimes I have to work on that with exercise, because I like to exercise every day, find movement every day, and I still am working on finding balance of not overcompensating or overdoing it, because I know that there's value in rest, but there is value in movement. And through movement, we create productivity. Through movement, we actually activate both sides of the brain. My friend told me that recently. And so we can get more mental clarity. We can create more free-flowing ideas because we're using both sides of our brain within these moments. And so some of the best ideas come to me while I'm out and I'm hiking. And I think that's really special, that we can have that connection with exercise. And it doesn't have to be something that you dread. Like, I feel like a lot of people are like, oh, I have to work out today. Make it something you enjoy then. I never go to the gym. I hate the gym. the gym sucks. I used to go to the gym in high school and when I was doing sports. And I think that's why once I got into college, I took a break from exercise for a while and I smoked a lot of weed and it was great and I did a lot of art and I think my body needed that rejuvenation time because I was a full-blown athlete in high school and it was a lot on my body and I had the time to recharge, and now I've found a sacred path with exercise and I use it as a way. First of all, exercising, hiking with people is a lot of fun. But there's also something really special about, I use this as my solitude time. Like before I connect with friends, family, whatever, I go out and I get my exercise first. Because a lot of times, if I'm in a sad mood, it hits me in the morning. Like if I'm starting off in a bad mood one day, it doesn't all of a sudden happen during the day. It hits me right when I wake up. So usually it's the week around my period. I deal with PMD, which is post-menstrual depression. And I've so far, at first I didn't label it as that, but now like becoming to understand just how severe my thought patterns are around my period, I realized, no, that's what it is. And something that really helps me around that time, especially, I mean, some women take that time to rest and recharge. And if that's what you need, do what you need for your body. Ultimately, like, this is just my own way of finding peace and I'm not prescribing anything. But for me, I continue my movement practice throughout my menstrual cycle. Just because I feel like I have an active body type and it craves movement. And if I'm too stagnant, my thoughts and my emotions become really heavy. So when I walk and I move, I envision any negativity that's built up in my body, and I use the movement as an active way to channel the energy out through my whole entire body, into my feet, into the earth, and allow the earth to compost that negativity. And that's a practice I've been using for a while. And I can tell you, for me, it never fails. It never fails. It really doesn't. It's like every time or any time I'm having a rough day, I can just go out and experience this nature and this physical activity, and I feel restored. Granted, I have the privilege to live in a really beautiful place, and I understand my privilege, and I own that full-heartedly, that not everyone can make it work in Hawaii, not everyone chooses to move across the country, not anyone has the financial ability to do so. So I'm grateful that I've been able to support myself since moving out here and find work to be able to grant me this ability to exist in a place like this. Granted, it took a lot of hard work on my part, so props to me for putting in the work, but also I understand and realize that this type of experience is not accessible to everyone. But what I'm also gonna say is, you don't have to go to a place like this to find peace. You can create movement in any shape or form or anywhere you are. Just to go out and just get the blood flowing in your body. Get your heart rate up. Let the endorphins flow. There's a reason why it's called a runner's high. Endorphins are huge and they're a natural drug. And so if you're looking for some sort of antidepressant medication, maybe you should try endorphins. And I say that lightly. I understand that depression comes in a very broad spectrum. I have family members who deal with serious depression. I've dealt with my own mental health, like I've said. So I'm not speaking out of my ass, but I'm also not speaking in a way of like, exercise is gonna fix you. It's just a suggestion of something you can try, because I think we live in a world where we're really quick to prescribe medication to people, and we're reluctant to give them advice about lifestyle and just recommending like, hey, like, how often do you get outside and exercise? It's like a simple question. And maybe they don't. A lot of times when you're depressed, you kind of stay at home and like you lock yourself in your room and you're sad and you don't get any movement. And then that energy, as you sit in that sadness, builds and it perpetuates. And you become this vortex of really dark, heavy energy. And so an easy way to move that out of your body is through movement. So yeah, I'm gonna pop off right here. And I think that's about it for this video. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you have a beautiful day. I may add a part 2 to this, but for now I just wanted to do a short video for this series and see where it goes and see how it resonates. So I love you guys. I hope you have a beautiful day. My hand's shaking. All right, bye-bye.